In a previous episode, I had a bit of an aha moment talking to you ladies, and we talked about I had done some inner work, let's say. I had felt that I was at a certain point where I could handle a social situation and not get nervous going into it myself. I kind of was brought back to the very beginning and felt anxious. And I got through it and all that. And I didn't really understand why I felt that way because I also do other skills where I learn something, I figure it out, and then I'm at the end and I stay there unless I learn more about that skill. So I really, the aha moment was that your inner work is not like when you learn a skill. When you learn a skill, you learn it and you make it better, or you stay at that plateau. With inner work, you learn it and then you might go back and you learn it again. And then you might go even further back. And since you guys helped me get this aha moment, I thought it'd be great if we just expanded on that a little bit more because I didn't figure that out until what, a month ago, that they're completely different and not to treat your inner work, your thoughts, the same way as you treat your skills, where you go, I'm at a certain point and I'm good. I'm good. I'll never not be able to ride a bike before again.
I think that's really, um, I think that took me a long time to understand that. And what I mean by that is, or I would hear from women I work with, I just want to fix, whether it's the anxiety or whether it's nervousness or whether it's the imposter syndrome or all of that. And they want to fix it because they feel it's broken. And just like you said, Tracy, it's a skill. Let me just fix it and let me like learn
Learn
how
it.
to
Yeah.
yeah, and then move on. And it took me a long time in my own personal healing to understand anxiety is just part of my life. But, but, and the but is I learned skills that allow me, one, to recognize when it's coming on, two, to recognize what to do while it's happening, and um, three, love myself with my anxiety. So beforehand, it would my anxiety would drive me completely off the road. Like it was debilitating. It was awful, completely awful. I would shut down for days. Now, when I feel the anxiety come on, most people won't even know I'm having an anxiety attack because I know how to breathe through it, work through it, mindset work through it. And I think it's still a skill work a little bit because you're reprogramming yourself, but inner work to me is a constant motion. I don't know, Tracy E, what do you think?
Yeah, no, beautifully said, Michelle. Inner work is self-awareness, and the
Hmm.
ability to be self-aware of your emotions and your thoughts. And I mean, it's interesting. My clients, say the same thing. Like, I thought I already conquered this one. I thought this was in the bag, and and it's like, it's not how it works. It's not how it works. But again, like Michelle said, you have the ability to go when you are self-aware to go, oh, my old friend, nervousness, how you doing? You're here again. Isn't this interesting? I wonder why this is showing up right now. What's happening with this event
Yeah,
or what's happening here that's making me think I have this feeling again. And it
yep,
allows you to, again, create better skills so that again, you move further ahead down that path. But I mean, I am never shocked when things that I have thought that I've been able to put to bed kind of just say, hey, remember me? And I'm like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
I'll
And
see you over there.
I can either entertain it and go, okay, sure, let's have a conversation. Or I can just say, you know what, I'll talk to you later. Forget.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I
And
literally treat them like people. Like I literally
yeah,
treat that emotion, that thought as another being. And if I do decide to engage with it, I will have a conversation with it, literally have a conversation with it. But the
and
self
Tracy G,
awareness,
that's what happened to you. That's what you were at an event,
mhm.
right? Tracy G, you were at an event because we talked about this in another episode, and this old
Yeah.
feeling came up, and you're like, where did this come from?
Well, it kind of angered me because I was like, oh, for
Yeah.
crap's sake,
Yeah,
really?
But
yeah,
you see that, and that is a typical response. So most of us will turn around and go, well, what the hell? Like and we want to get rid of it. We don't want to look at it. We don't want to examine it because we don't think it should be there. Right. So there's a judgment right away, which stops us from the ability to create the curiosity of going, wow, this is interesting. Where is this coming from?
right, right,
What's happening? What makes this situation unique enough that I feel these old feelings again? And it might not be anything. It might just be
right.
like, oh, hey, they showed up and you can decide what to do with them. Or it could be something is different about whatever it is that you're experiencing or doing or going to or having to have a conversation about that creates that feeling. But
Right.
I mean, it's all about that self-awareness piece for me. It's like knowing that, it's like whack-a-mole, right? It's like I can hit that down for a bit, but who knows what else is going to pop up or if it's going to pop up or whatever, right? But having, like you said, Michelle, the tools to go, oh yeah, I've been here before. I know what this feels like. What do I want to do? That's the game changer.
I think what happens is, for me, I'm like, oh, hell no, you're not coming back into my life. I've worked too hard. Nope, I'm not giving in. And it's not a given. It's not like, nope. And I'll tell you the truth. It's not like it's a daily, holy crap, I'm fighting my anxiety all day long.
Mhm.
I can go months on end. I can I can go out for a walk, something I do consistently, a walk or a run every day, and be in the middle of that and have the worst anxiety attack hit me. And I'm like Tracy E said, where'd that come from? Like, I do this every day. Why am I getting it today? Or I can have a huge event in my life and it gives me anxiety for a moment. And then it's like, nope, think about it. What's your steps? What are your tools? How do you get through it? Sometimes, and there are times where I still struggle with that, but I get through it. And you just learn.
Yeah, and I
I think
think that, oh, so go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, I think our skills get better and better and better
Yep.
so that the reprogramming actually is able to take place so that the amount of times it's going to come back gets maybe further and further apart. But
Yep.
I don't think that we could ever simply say, well, that's done forever and ever and ever. I'll never have to worry about that again.
Right. No.
Right. But you guys know that because that's what you guys do. I'm a
Mhm.
very practical person that goes, I've dealt with that. Why are you here again? Right. And that's why I keep going back that it was an aha moment where it was, I cannot treat that the same. And as I try to be 1% better every day, that never occurred to me that it's going to come up again. What you think, for whatever reason, like you said, Tracy, it could be that, there might be a reason behind it, or it might just be, oh, I'm a little bit nervous about going into this situation today. And even though I thought I was, 100% better than I've been in the past, it creeps up to you. It was very enlightening. So for us, not knowing our inner work, it's just, I found it interesting that it popped up like that.
Yep. And what about and Tracy G, because we've been together talking for almost 2 years now. And I think this is the first time I've heard you really talk about that. So
Talk about
is
what?
this just like when you had this event
Are
and
you saying being
that
vulnerable?
nervousness? No, I'm not saying that. That you the separation between inner work and skill work.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so I think in a way you probably have done inner work and not realize that you've done it.
No, but I'm saying that you guys, excuse me, have delved in. It's more of this is something you guys live, breathe, whatever. You're doing it all the time. So this is something
Yeah.
that is just, you know,
Okay.
the norm
Yep.
for you. And I'm not saying that you're necessarily doing it, but that you're helping
Okay.
people with. So for me, as this is not what I normally do, I do try to improve myself, but I'm not, delving deep in
Deep in.
where I'm delving deep into something, online marketing, right? Okay, I'll
Right.
go really deep, but I'm not going to go deep into this. So that's why, to me, you guys are just like, yeah, what's your, okay, Tracy, yeah,
Yeah.
it popped up. What's the big deal? And it's like, what? It
Right.
didn't
Right.
go
Right.
away. And so it's a good thing that your wisdom is coming out and helping people like me that are practical and going, no, this is not something that's just done.
Yep.
Not,
And that's
it's
Yep.
not
why
a, check, it's done.
that is also why I think it's so important, especially for the people who are watching this, that the whole self-help realm is there to give us those tools. I mean, the resources are there, whether it's by hiring a coach or a therapist or just reading a whole bunch of books
Mhm.
on, becoming a better person, dealing with emotions, like all of those things. All of the tools are out there. It's a question of whether or not we
Mm-hmm.
want to work with it, whether or not we want to do anything with it, or we're okay not. I mean, there's a bajillion people out there that are totally okay with whatever goes on in their life,
Yeah.
be it negative, positive, whatever. And it's like, that's
Right.
what you do. Some people don't want to have something fixed. That's okay too.
Right. So to the viewer, do you see the difference? Do you understand the difference? How do you deal with your inner work? And how much do you do on inner work? Is this something you would like to hear more about from us? Put the comments below. Share this episode with you. Feel somebody needs to hear this. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button if this resonated with you. And don't forget to hit notifications so you know when our next episode will be out. Until then.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you as a regular member of our community.